Jesus' mighty name we pray. Everyone says, Amen. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we're going to start from front row C, if you don't mind.
And then there's fufu.
The program. So if you see, we might move it around a bit due to sudden changes and people having to leave. But let me first of all use this opportunity to welcome and recognize some of the dignitaries that we have. And I'm telling you, it is truly an honor to have you guys here to this great event. You know, somebody was asking me, let me first of all also explain to you the African Women PAC. The PAC stands for Public Advocacy Committee, Non-Political Action Committee. We are a Public Advocacy Committee because we stand, we're catalyst for change, we believe in our people, we are advocates for our people, and this is one of the key things that we do. So please join us in this great thing that we're doing, okay? So I want to use this opportunity to welcome the Council General of Haiti. You see here? Oh wow, beautiful. Can you please raise? Thank you so much. Okay. Also, let me use this opportunity to welcome the Honorary Council of Guyana, Mr. David Patton. It's old. I know that one now. Okay? And also the Vice Chancellor of Bahamas, Mr. Edward Archer. Thank you so much. Welcome. Okay, and the Vice Chancellor of Bahamas, Mr. Gary Cox. Oh wow, welcome, sir. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay, for us, you know, we show respect, you know, when people, you know, so you don't wonder what that means. It's a sign of respect. You know, we give honor to whom honor is due. Okay? It's very important in our culture. I also want to use this opportunity to welcome Representative Donna. I also welcome our sister. You see that she's wearing the TAWPAC side. Our Greenland County DA. To welcome somewhere there, Anthony, I saw her, Anthony BT Packer. Yes. Oh, where are you? Oh, hi, welcome. And also, we have the mayor of Classic County, and guess what? There's something happening in her state. It's Beverly Park. The mayor of Classic. Yes. Senior, thank you so much for coming. And who else? Miss Nakita. So we have candidate Miss so our next Commissioner of Agriculture. Okay. Thank you. As they come, we will recognize them, okay? And we'll introduce you to them. Thank you. And thank you for all of our community leaders that are here. Because I know we have so many community leaders. And please, if you know any community, please give me, I will recognize it. Everybody here, awesome. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Now we're going to move on to the next thing on our agenda. We are going to introduce you Huh? Village County? District Attorney. District Attorney. Thank you so much for coming, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Okay. And we also have, obviously, I'm not going to forget one of my own very own, my very, very, very own, my extra very own. We have our next senator. We have him, his chief. We have the Chief Honorable Gail Okoye. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's move on. We've already done open prayers. It was done by Senior Pastor Mike, I believe. He stepped out for a minute. We're going to go into the welcome statement, and we're going to welcome our one and only, the incredible, I don't know how to begin to describe this wonderful, full of smiles, full of energy, Mama Mrs. Chinwe Okoye, our founder and president.
It's not going to be possible. I want to say thank you all for what we do, because the Africans, we are here and we do a lot here in Gwinnett County and everywhere. So with this, I just want to say thank you all for coming. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. That's all we want. And then, thank you all so much.
Thank you, Madam President. You know, she's a woman of few words, and you know what that means. You know, that means that she's a woman of action. You know, talk less and do more. That's what we call her, talk less and do more. And that's who she is. Thank you, Madam President. We truly appreciate you. We're going to move on. The next person performing, Mama Hope, ready? Do you want? Okay. Huh? No, it's sweet. You ready? You ready? You ready? This house is about to go down. We're about to shake it up. If you can dance, dance. You know, this lady, Mom, I call her Mama Ko. She is doctor. She is a pastor. You know, she's an entrepreneur. She's a philanthropist. And she's got a voice. You're welcome to the stage, our own, very own Mama. Oh, baby!
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, and you all look gorgeous. You look gorgeous and fantastic. Yes, thank you for coming. I'll just do a short one. I have like two, but there's no time, so we'll just do one. But promise me, all the African women, where are you? I'll need you. Yeah, I need you to be here while we are doing this. But before then, I just want to thank God for how far He has brought us. This is in the Yoruba language from Nigeria. It says, thank you for where you have brought us from. Thank you for where we are now. And most importantly, thank you for where we are going to. How many of you know that we are going somewhere? Yeah. Amen. When the history of this country will be written, our names will be there. Amen. Nigite Move along. Are you ready to dance now? Okay, we need volume, we need volume. Africans are noisy, you know we like volume. We are not quiet people.
That's the long, that's the highest.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails all my days.
use this opportunity to.
Okay, you can find me on YouTube, Hope Music TV, on Instagram, Hope Davies, Facebook, Hope Davies, and please support my cause. I have 76 children in the state of Kogi State, very impoverished state, the most backward state in Nigeria. Kogi State, I have 76 less privileged with my mom, and they don't have to pay any school fees. No, they don't have to buy books, they don't have to buy uniform, everything is free. These are children who would have otherwise not been able to go to school, except for the support of people like you. So please, when we come, support us. Thank you so much.
I do truly believe. Thank you so much, Manapo. I just want to use this opportunity. All the equipment we're using here is our county equipment. So if you have not paid your taxes, I'm just trying to say, so that we can upgrade. Just say. Yeah? So I want to use this opportunity to introduce my co-MC. Oh my God, this woman, she's young, but she's there. She's there. I mean, in TAWPAC, we have women of caliber, women of timber, women of timber and caliber. I'm telling you, when we shine, we shine. That's speaking English for you. When we are shining, we are shining. Okay? And this lady shines. You know, please join me in welcoming Miss Hadi Kalibandi from Gambia. So I'm going to step away.
You know, that's why. I could say hello, good evening, and just bye for all the things she said about me. But thank you for that. Hi everyone. Hello. In my Senegambian tribe, I say Assalamu alaikum. Or we can go francophone and say bonsoir tous. I must say the room is bright. I don't know if this has always been the case, but the colors are wonderful. You guys give yourselves a round of applause. So nice. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know they started before, but I want an extra thank you guys for taking the time for coming all the way here. I know all of you are not from Gwinnett, one here. Took me like an hour and a half to get here, but I'm here. I made it. So thank you for making it. Thank you, Gwinnett County, for giving us this space and for honoring our heritage, our people. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to come see the display that's here, that's been here. The ladies worked really hard to put it together, and I hope the next time we do it is bigger and the same place, other places everywhere around to celebrate our culture, our heritage, our people, everywhere. So thank you for that. We'll move it along with the fun and the words of encouragement and the speeches tonight. I won't take too much time, but I'll start with introducing our next speaker, whom I've met and learned to appreciate and adore and admire, and I keep seeing her everywhere that we are. So thankful for that. Show support to all our sisters especially. And I want to say she's part of us now. She's an honorary member of TAWPAC, whether y'all already her. And this is no other than Miss Patsy Austin Gadsden.
All right, thank you so much.
You want to hold it or you want to put it up?
Oh, good evening, everybody. As I was introduced, I'm your district attorney here in Gwinnett County, and I'm part of this diaspora.
Yes.
All right? And I remember I have an old picture of my great-grandmother, and she was in the field with cotton. Now, I heard it said here earlier how far we have come. But that's all right, because we have to respect how we got here. And it has not been easy for African Americans here in this country. We know it's not easy. And it's probably not going to get any easier until we make Stacey Abrams our next governor. And we make Nikita Hemingway our agricultural secretary. Yes. So, we just have a lot of work to do in our county. And I'm so thankful for Gwinnett County and all the varieties of people that we have here. because this is a blessing. And I've heard it said that there is unity and diversity. And I think a lot of us can chew on it, okay? Because a lot of times we want to be around the same people, the same this, the same ideas, the same everything. But no, there is unity and diversity. So I thank God for all of y'all and what's happening here in Gwinnett County. And I love Gwinnett County because there's so much here. I have my office upstairs on the other side. We put a map up of the world. And above it, I have a statement saying, we are the world. And a picture of children from every nation. Because I have people putting pinholes in China, Korea, Vietnam, just everywhere. Mexico, every place. And that's what Gwinnett County represents. The most diverse county in the Southeast. And I love my top sisters. I'm an honorary member. Okay? So as far as I'm concerned, you know, I graduated. So they came to my office and we took a great picture together. And I just wanted to present that to you all so that you can put it someplace. Okay? And remember, you know, this is what we are. We are all united. We are all one. And I love that. I love that about what they are doing. Because they're bringing all of this special rhythm, fashion. I always feel underdressed when I'm around, of course. But they're so good. Thank you so much. Yes. So we're just grateful for this, and I'm just loving what we are doing here in this county. And we're going to keep doing it because to me this is love. I feel love in this room. And that's what I try to tell young people, because it's about our young people, y'all. Let's get them before they come into the criminal justice system. Let's talk to them. Let's elders talk to the young ones, because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, is teaching them how to be good, how to be better, how to want more. Because the thug life that's being promoted and the crime life that's being promoted will land them somewhere that they don't want to be for the rest of their lives. So thank y'all so much. It's a beautiful program. We want to keep it happy, right? So I can't talk too much about what I do. But it's all good. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Miss Patsy. She respects time. She was right on her cue. Thank you so much. Moving right along. I'm not sure if you're ready for our other act, so we're going to just move along until she's actually set. Oh, she's set. There you go. Technology. Thank you so much. All right, what we would do is, before we have another speech, we would just give you some more entertainment from a sister of ours. She's going to give you different flavors of our culture through Afrobeats and singing and expressing herself for this community and what we're about and what we're celebrating today. No other than the Live Divine. Please, round of applause. Good evening, everyone. Distinguished guests, my name is Delight Divine. All the way from which country? Can you guess?
My country, Congo.
Nigeria. I did speak all. Just tell me which one I did. And originally I'm from Decatur, Georgia. Decatur is greater, that's what they say. But all my life I grew up with African women, men that have trained me and made me more diverse and given me exposure to this beautiful culture. Thank you again, Mrs. Okoye, for this wonderful opportunity. And we're going to jump straight in because I know you're ready. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. I know we're just saying it was beautiful. Mama Hope. I don't know who she is, but that's my mama. I want everyone to stand up for me. You ate some good food. I know it's going somewhere. I hope it's not going somewhere. It's going somewhere. And so we're just going to take it easy, because one thing about African culture is you can see the identity and what it looks like. You see this one right here? See how she didn't shine it. Hey! Correct one right here. So you see this beautiful lady. You can identify her culture, her language by her dresses. So if you look around, you can look back and see all these different cultures and communities and languages.
the identity of the African culture in the dressing, in the language, and also in the dance. So today, we're gonna learn some dance moves. Are you ready? Are you ready? So it's gonna be a follow leader. Thank you so much. So I brought my own speakers, so we're making it work today. All right. First, we're gonna start. Just step. I know you guys think you're gonna get a workout today. Hey. I know you like a little bit. Let me see you back there. Hey. You wanna start like this? Hey.
Eli Divine. Please give her another round of applause. Thank you so much for that. All right, now we will kind of relax a little bit. You can digest some more later after this one. We'll take you a little bit like Ms. Oma had said. We have a lot of women in TAWPAC, and I know we're well represented in terms of country. I wouldn't count because actually while we did this celebration, we've had so many other people come join us and be members of TAWPAC, celebrating our heritage and who we are. I think what's most importantly, everyone is joining because they've seen what we've been doing in the community. Not only do we advocate for what's best for our community, we learn and share what we've learned on policy, advocacy, healthcare, mental health, you name it, is diverse and vast. And part of that is also because we have great advisors and a great leadership team. The next lady that's coming up to speak is one of our advisors on our leadership team. She's no other than Dr. Eugenia Isola George. I saw my mama, come on up. She's everybody's mama, she's everybody's checker. You don't do wrong around her, she will call you out. A great educator. She's been educating all her life and continues to do that for us. And hopefully today you will learn a lot from her as she shares what we do and what this month is about. Thank you.
Please do come forward. Those that are representing various countries. Will you please come now? Thank you. Let's read quickly. The lady tried to say a little bit about themselves. Okay. We're going to share their name, their country, meaning of their name, outfit description, and the occasion you wear this kind of outfit. Also, welcome you to the gathering. Please go ahead.
I'll pass it on. They've already heard some from me, so let's start from you.
Good evening. My name is Teresa Jordan, and I'm from Monrovia, Liberia. Liberia is situated on the west coast of Africa, between Guinea, Ivory Coast, and Sierra Leone. Liberia is a little country, one of the smallest countries in Africa, but Liberia has never been colonized, fortunately. However, Liberia was founded, I think, in 1822 by some settlers from America, the great United States. They went to Liberia and founded Liberia. So my outfit is nice African outfit. Everyone is welcome.
My name is Elaine Amankwa Neatman. I come from Ghana, West Africa. In my country, in our culture, I'm from the Ashanti tribe. Ashanti is the English translation for Asante. Asante is the name of the tribe, but it's translated as Ashanti. We are given an English name and an African name. The African name that I'm called is Mami Pokria. Mami Akria Pokria. That means Wednesday born. We're supposed to be the feisty ones. The outfit I'm wearing is made of kente cloth, which is a traditional cloth coming from my tribe, which is the Asante tribe. To welcome you guys in my native tongue will be Akwaba. And thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yvonne Tucker Akpan. I'm from the wonderful country of Sierra Leone, the capital, Freetown, the west side. I'm surrounded by these two ladies, Ghana, Gambia, and Liberia, and Guinea. So we formed the Mano River Union, so I don't need a passport to go into any one of these countries because of the ECOWAS. My outfit I'm wearing is called the print, and it's mainly worn by the Creole tribe. And these outfits are used usually when we have a wedding, what we call the bachelor's eve. So everybody wear their prints, and and they're different. The unique thing about it is really the embroidery. They're different embroidery that goes with the print. If you have watched the movie Black Diamond, Amistad, and Black Panthers, that's the country, Sierra Leone, I'm representing tonight. So, una kusheo, una thank you for Kaya.
Good evening, everybody. I'm supposed to welcome you in my native language, which means Ekale. Welcome means Ekabo. And my name is Bosun Adekunle. This is my husband here, and he's dressed in our native outfit, which we do wear during a wedding occasion, and that's why I'm all decked out. The mother, the bride's mom decks out in all our jewelry and everything. This is called Iro and Buba, and this is Gele, and this one is the Ikwele. And he is wearing a buba and agbada, buba and shokoto. This one is called agbada. Oh, I wanted to say something. I'm so sorry. Agbada, and this is the buba, and it's all decked out, and the front of the bride or the groom's dad will be dressed up on a wedding occasion. And of course, that goes to the face as well, and it matches the wife's attire as well, so they know we're together. They know he's taken. And in the church service, obviously, the men have to take off their out of respect for the house of the Lord.
Which country?
Okay, the meaning of my name. Oh, I am from Nigeria, and this is the Yoruba tribe's outfit. And then my name is Mosumola Olasumbo, meaning in the Yoruba tribe, they always looking for the male child first. So unfortunately for my father, we had two girls first. I was the second child. So Olasumbo means the crown is coming. Unfortunately for him, the one after me was the boy. So that was the crown prince. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Sorry, I apologize. Jambo. Karibuni Kenya, hakuna matata. My name is Natasha Miriti. I am from the great country of Kenya, that is on the eastern coast of Africa. Now, in Kenya, I just greeted you in Kiswahili. So we're going to learn a little bit of Kiswahili today. When I say hamjambo, you say hamjambo. Hamjambo. Great. Now, the Swahili people are one of our very distinctive tribes of the 42 that we have in Kenya. They are a mix of a Bantu and an Arab, and they mainly are along the Indian Ocean. This is some of the attire that they wear. Now, the ladies have a two-piece. You put one around your waist and the other one either around your neck, or if you're Muslim, you cover your head in a matching set. The key thing about these lessos, and that's what they're called, is the writing at the bottom. The lady is always telling a story with what is written at the bottom. She's telling the story when she's coming and going. And here it says, in this specific one, whatever God has opened, no man can close.
Hey, thank you. Great. I'm pretty close to her, but it's kind of far from everybody. I come all the way from down south, okay? And it's called Zambia. Yeah, Zambia, which is next to Zimbabwe and South Africa. So my name is Dr. My title is Dr. Margaret Mwenda Pole. Mwenda Pole is Swahili because people might, move around a lot. So Mwenda Pole is also Swahili, but we landed up in Zambia. Okay? Mwenda Pole, which is my last name, means someone who's easygoing. Okay, which is actually on point, but somehow they knew that, that particular name would be, pertain to us. So it's really mysterious how those things work, But the outfit that I'm wearing is called a chitenge, okay? The material is called a chitenge, okay? And it's usually worn in special occasion. You go, like tonight, you're gonna go out, not for weddings necessarily, it's more elaborate. It's for weddings. But that's it from Zambia.
Good evening, everyone. I don't want to talk much. My name is Chinwe Okoye, meaning Chinwe means God's own. And Okoye means man was born in a market day. So I'm from Nigeria. And for that, I want to hand over to my half. Because of that, thank you so much, because with him, that's why he gave me the strength to be doing what I'm doing, to be honest with you. Every night, sometimes I'm up like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, thinking, can this go well? Can this do this? Can this do this? Not every man can do that, but he did for me. Thank you so much, honey. I love you so much.
I was only retaliating. Because he always did that for me for a long time. And I have the opportunity, I'm so thankful, to retaliate. But yes, Nigeria, my name is Chinwe, God's own. Okoye, we are from the Igbo tribe in the southeast of Nigeria. And in the southeast, they have 4 market days. Okay, for Oye Nkwo. So my great, I don't know how many greats, was born on Oye Market Day. So when you're a man and you are born on that day, in my culture, you are named after that market. Oko is man. Oye, the market day, Okoye.
Sorry, I think I didn't introduce what I'm wearing. I'm from Igbo. This is what is called ichafo, which is the tie. This is the blouse, and this is the george. You guys can see the way I dress. Thank you all.
So a little Igbo, I'm going to say welcome in Igbo. And when I say it, all you say is, oh, none, 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 oh. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? So, I guess I don't need to talk, right? Yeah, I think you all need to see my outfit. Me and my prince. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Vivian. I have 4 Atanga. I'm seeing so much paparazzi on me. So, can someone tell me where I come from?
Southern Cameroon.
So, if you notice in this room, you have a lot of this outfit. That says something. We stand out, right? We stand out. We don't speak, right? We show it. So we bring the house down. We come, we show it, we leave, and then we create an impact. Right? So I'm a princess. And this is not a joke. right? You know how every African used to come here and say, I'm a princess? No, I'm a princess. And this, no be joke. This one, no be joke. This comes from the palace, from my grandfather, who was a chief and passed away. So he handed down this to me. It's not a joke. I don't take this lightly because I get my blessings from here, right? From my ancestors. So we all are descendants of British Southern Cameroons, right? So all of us might not know that. Definitely Cameroon is English and French speaking. So we come from the English speaking part of Cameroon. That's why I can speak English really good, right? So I want to seize this opportunity to thank every single one for coming here and looking so beautifully dressed. We will later bring the house down. And nobody should go away. If you go, you're going to miss it. Just wait. Shh.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, I'll wrap it up real quick. My name is Hadijalo Coulibaly. I stand here today representing so many cultures y'all don't even know. It's a surprise. So anyway, the Hadijalo, which was actually Hadijatu Jalo, is from Gambia. And I don't have a meaning. It's my grandmother's name. That's my dad's mom. So our culture, we name people after people. Unless they have a meaning, mine doesn't, it's from that. But my grandmother also has family in Sierra Leone. And also they called her Sisi Kadi. Hadi is the same as Kadi in a lot of cultures. And growing up, everybody called me Sisi, means sister. So that's my home name. The Coulibaly is Ivorian. My husband, Idrissa Coulibaly, gave me that name. I have it now. So his culture is the Senufo culture from the north of Ivory Coast, which also touches their language, Senufo, but Bambara, as most people know it, close to Mali, and they do that. I am with the Jalo Fulani by culture. I'm also Wolof by culture because of my mother. She's Wolof, the origin of Jollof, Jollof rice. Anyway, it's in our name, so we own it. Y'all can borrow it and butcher it, it's okay. So that's there. So I have the Wolof and I have the Fulani, and the Fulani also, my grandfather is from Guinea. So we touch all of that. As a Gambian, born from Wolof, Senegambian, you name it, I speak several of our languages because of that. My mother tongue, Wolof, Mandinka, same as Bambara, different dialect I speak. And in Sierra Leone, they speak Creole. We have the Akus in Gambia that are also the Creoles, so I stole some of that too, and I do speak that a little bit. So needless to say, I embrace the culture as it comes to me, as it was given down to me, and thank you. My outfit is actually changed when I was coming. It's not the typical Fulani outfit, but it's mbazin, the material is. And some of it can come from everywhere. It's usually white. They dye it, and in Malian culture, where most of it comes, they beat it to get the shine out of it. And that's where we get the material from, their different textures. This one happens to be jesna, which is softer, and you can make into a dress and wear. The head tie is just another piece of the gele materials that we borrow from Nigeria. And we mix it in and put it in together to make it more beautiful, so thank you. So in Wolof, I say jering and jef. And thank you, that's what that means. And Al Jarama in Fula. So, merci.
Wow, thank you so much, ladies. Oh, wow. That's to tell you, Africa is diverse. But in one, we stand together. One Africa! Okay, I want to use this opportunity. Yeah. Okay, I want to use this opportunity. Did you do yours? Okay, let me use this opportunity. While my darling Miss Hadi was speaking, I'm wearing Senegalese outfit with my Nigerian gele. How about that? Okay. So let me use this opportunity to introduce Her Excellency, Dr. Amina Smalia, Consul General of Nigeria. Niger in the house. Niger in the house. Yes, and I also want to use this opportunity to welcome the Vice Chair, the Vice Mayor of Clastic, Mr. Away. Thank you. And I know we have Mr. Bodi. Oh, how are you, sir? Welcome so much. Labor Commissioner, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go on and finish up with our wonderful Dr. Eugenia. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. As you can see, Africa is diverse. And also, we are united by Mother Africa that has nurtured us under the same umbrella as brothers and sisters. There is unity in our diversity. Good evening. I am going to stand on the existing protocol, and I'm going to dive right into it because our time is fast spent and we have a lot to do. So, I'm not sure whether this can stand so that I don't have to carry it. Okay. Good evening again, because I've already said good evening and I'm saying it again. But I want to say thank you to the Georgia House of Representatives for the hard work and they have done to proclaim that this is African Immigrant Heritage Month. And of course, I want to acknowledge Ms. McLeod and the members of the House, and also the ladies of the president of TAWPAC, Mrs. Chinwe Okoye, and the executive committee for working collaboratively with her to make this a reality. They have to give it up to the House of Representatives and the African Women Park. Thank you. The passage of the proclamation is a positive reinforcement, as it will encourage African immigrants to do even more. African contributions in the science and technology, education, music, agriculture, business, politics. Thus, just contribute to the tapestry that has defined America, then they can no longer be ignored, and as such, they should be able to sit at the table to make decisions. Okay? Sorry. I don't want to bring it up a little bit. Okay. Is it standing? Okay, let's do that. Okay? And so they will be able to stand at the table to bring innovative ideas that will positively impact America, especially in the state of Georgia. African immigrants will continue to contribute. They will continue to elevate and celebrate our home away from home, defend the freedom and all that makes America great, because we too sing America. African immigrants are here today because they are survivors. There have been many accounts of European occupation in Africa and the African migration to the West. Sometimes it is difficult to verify the authenticity of the stories. As Chinua Achebe stated, he says, until the lions have their own historians, the history of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. The story of Immigrant is a story of triumph of the human spirit, despite all obstacles. Let me submit to you that before the advent of the Europeans, Africa, and before the scramble for Africa, Africa had a rich culture and an organized system of government. And that was practical for Africa. Although the economy was subsistence, there was enough food for families, as both men and women worked hard to raise their families and engage in various occupations. Most occupations were farming, fishing, animal husbandry, and herbs were utilized to cure ailments the natural way. There was nothing that was chemically produced in Africa. Knowledge and science and in mathematics is evidenced in the building of the pyramids. Most importantly, yes, agriculture, all of those. Most importantly, the system worked. The advent of Europeans placed Africa in a state of shock, confusion, mistrust, and almost among citizens and kinsmen. And I forgot to say this to you. They at the beginning, but basically at the beginning I was going to say that we celebrated today, but we also need to know our history, the journey. How did we get here? Immigrants, our journey, our story, our heritage is so critical because this is the essence of our gathering. And if we live here, we don't understand that, then we would have missed the whole point. While we are while they were in Africa, they definitely had some innovative ideas, but they had the gun in one hand and the Bible on the other hand.
Yes.
While commerce flourished, trust among kinsmen was forever eroded. Struggle for independence. For this, while most African countries fought for and gained independence in the 50s and the 60s, they were still tied to the apron strings of the colonial masters, because most of the time they remotely control the leaders. And because of lack of trust, greed of the African leaders, the country was, the African state was in a state of turmoil. There was a lot of coup d'etat and unstable governance in all of these countries. And this is why we, as Africans, we started looking for other opportunities. Some of us came here for education. And our journey to Africa started. People started migrating to different parts of America and Europe for better life. With the state of affairs, people migrated. They believe that wherever they are happy and they are able to raise their children is what they call home. They found home in America and they settled. And because it gave them hope, because it is rooted, their hope is rooted in the Declaration of Independence, which proclaimed which proclaimed right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And so that was an incentive for them to come to America. In addition, the civil rights movement, championed by Martin Luther King and other drum majors for justice, like Thurgood Marshall, Rosa Parks, Coretta Scott King, John Lewis, and others created stepping stones for Africans to be included and to have civil rights in in the United States of America. Yes. And therefore, at this moment, we will pause to honor these drum majors for justice, for what they have done, and for the ancestors, our African American ancestors, who in the struggle shed their blood to give us freedom. The freedom that we now enjoy as immigrants, because they paved the way for us. And so I want us to pause for a moment and honor them. Okay, and I always say this, it is so critical that we embrace our African brothers and sisters, because without their ancestors paving the way, it will be difficult for us to have access to the United States. So, to our African brothers and sisters, we are one. We are one in unity. We are one. We are one. Because when you think about it, without those civil rights movements and the end of slavery and everything that happened during that period, it will be difficult for us as immigrants to enjoy what we have in America, and at the same time, they will not be able to take advantage of what we have to offer. So it's a two-edged sword, and that is the reason why all of us, African Americans, immigrants, should come together, to work together, to make America great. Now, the cultural, one of the things that has helped the immigrants is their indomitable spirit, respect for elders, because when you think about our culture, we are very, very, very respectful. Africans are very respectful. When they're employed in institutions or wherever they work, you will find that they are very, very hardworking and respectful. This is because of the cultural heritage of hard work, indomitable spirit, respect for elders and authority figures, ingenuity, resilience, consistency, mental toughness, pursuit of excellence, and trust in God or a supreme being that as a North Star that has guided us to this juncture. We are also motivated to know that we can be all we want to be in the land of the free and the home of the brave, and rise above obstacles, because this is our African heritage. The question now is, how do we preserve the heritage? This is an area that is most critical in this celebration. How do we preserve the heritage? According to the research conducted by Tamer and Anderson in January 2022 on immigrants, concluded that immigrants, particularly those from African nations, are a growing population in the United States. In the South, we have 42% immigrants that have called the South home. Therefore, there's a need to preserve this legacy of ours. Truthfully, some of our African American immigrants' children are in conflict with their environment. I heard you say something about helping the children before we lose them. This is the same thing. African Americans, African immigrants, they are in conflict with their environment, and we need to pay attention. Usually they say, well, parents are the first teachers. Our work is not done. We have to make sure we embrace the children, and we must make sure that they learn more about the heritage. Charity begins at home, but they need to understand exactly what this is all about. Okay, sorry. So how do we do that? And it's usually easier when you have storytelling. That has helped a lot. And in Africa, for example, some of the things, the cultural heritage will be storytelling. Long time ago in Africa, children and parents are sitting on moonlit nights telling stories that will inspire them to reach their goals, story that gives them affective support and build their character, because this is so important, because our children need to be taught what is important. Is it the Nike outfit? Is it is it all the Nike shoes and all of that? Because they need to learn what is most important: the moral values, the character. So parents must be able to pay attention to their children. And so in Africa, they would gather around the campfire and tell stories. And these stories always have moral undertone that helps them to build character and become better individuals. And education usually is taken seriously. If you know this, of course, I don't need to go over the achievements of immigrants here. You already know it. I remember growing up in Nigeria, and I scored a 98%. I was so excited to tell my dad, oh gosh, I had a 98%. And he said, okay, what happened? Did anybody get 100? And I said, yeah, the girl in my class. He said, oh, really? Does she have 2 heads? When you say head in Africa, you say brain. Yeah, right. I said, she had 2 heads? And I said, no. And he said, so what were you looking at? Your business is to go there, and then we had this saying, and I want you to share stories of this type of stories with your children. And then he said, well, he doesn't have 2 heads. And I'm looking like, okay, so what are we going to do? And so, by the time they finished all of that, I began to say, he got the message. I got the message. And so, that is the reason why when you tell stories like this, it motivates the children, and they want to work hard, and they want to do what they need to do. I have no threat, and you know what? Finally, I want to applaud the House of Representatives for what they have done. However, I want them to take it a notch higher. I want you to take it a notch higher. That is to educate our children. And using, let me get there now, making sure that we consider including African studies in the curriculum. Yes. Especially in the high school. Very, very important. Because this will boost their self-esteem. If they don't know where they are from, they don't know their history, there's no way they're going to be successful.
Can I just say something? That is not the House of Representatives. You want to vote for your school superintendent.
Yes, I know. Yes, I got you. What I'm saying is this. Those of you who are looking for elective office, consider that, because the more we reach out to our students, our children, our legacy is in jeopardy. If we cannot get there, then we cannot go anywhere. So tell parents, write your stories. Tell your stories. Let them hear it from the horse's mouth. And it's so critical that you follow through. I have no trepidations. Finally, I have no trepidations that the future is bright and that our best for America is yet to come. As we continue to sing America with one voice, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. George. I told y'all she would educate everyone whenever she has the chance to, and she did that. Thank you so much. We'll get you guys shaking a little bit and moving a little bit now, but to introduce what we do next, I'll introduce my sister, Miss Elaine. Needman to come up and introduce the next set for you.
I'll try to be brief. The next performer is a psychologist, an award-winning book writer, and also my mom, Elizabeth Amankwa. My mom grew up in a royal household, and this dance was instilled in her from a very young age. She was trained to do this dance. Just a little short background. Her father was born in captivity. The British, when they came to the Ashantis, they captured their king, took him to Sierra Leone, then moved him to all the way next to Madagascar, if you know where West Africa is. And then after several years, my grandfather was born in captivity over there, they brought them back to Ghana. So it was very critical to my grandfather that we knew our culture, we knew where we came from, and so forth. So the dance is called Kete. Kete is an Ashanti royal dance. Originally, it was a dance of the Ashanti Royal Palace executioners. It's a combination of several different drums, each with a different sound, but coming together to produce an intimidating repertoire. The drums are usually covered with black and red cloth, depicting their purpose. In recent years, it has been softened as this dance has become popular for funerals and solemn events. It has gestures that show the importance of togetherness between clans and the community as a whole. If you see her beckoning like this, it is a call for us all to come together as Africans to unite as one under God.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. All the way from Ghana, too. She graced this occasion before she goes back. We really appreciate you taking the time to teach us your culture and honor us with it. We really appreciate it. I took a video of that. I have to learn that dance. Thank you. But what a way to move into what we have next. She danced to show us what unity looks like, to call for unity, to call for one voice. And everything we do with TAWPAC and everything we're doing as individuals, which is what drives us to do what we do here and every day, everywhere, including telling stories to our children that our grandparents has told us, Miss Virginia. In Gambia, we start that by saying, Lebon Lupain. And everybody starts telling the story. It's the one way that they've continued to preserve the story of Kunta Kinte in Jufure in Gambia. If you have a chance to do that, go to Gambia, join the Roots Festival, and learn more about Kunta Kinte's family. They're still there, and they can tell you the true story. So like I was saying, on the One Voice, we connect. The next speaker that we have is Mr. Edafe Soji, a true he for she, I call him. A brother of mine he's become. He has supported us throughout this journey of celebrating the Heritage Month. He was one person that everywhere we go, anything that we picked up, he will help us lift it up. He is also the chairman of NAPAC, Georgia, and he embraces the title and carries it very well, the load too, as he does. And also my mentor and big brother under the One Voice Africa platform. Please welcome Mr. Edafe Soji.
Good evening. I stand on the 16 protocols. I had a big speech here, so I'm going to, she just, Robert, cut it short. So, first, I'm very humbled. I appreciate everybody coming out. I first of all want to say thank you to our mothers. You're all looking very beautiful. Just give our mothers a round of applause. Like I said, I'm going to cut this real short, but I don't want to stand up here by myself. Because when we say One Voice, we mean One Voice Africa. About 2 years ago, we put this together, and we wanted to speak with one voice. And so if I stand here by myself, I won't feel right. So I would like to call some of the One Voice leaders up here to stand with me before I say a few words. Can Dede from the Congolese community come up, please? And the president of the Cameroonian community for Njemba, please step up here, please. Out of here, is he here? Okay. All right. So, like I said, we came up with One Voice because we needed to speak with one voice, and that's what we did. 2018, Stacey Abrams, yay! Also, NAPAC is a non-partisan, but we did support Stacey Abrams. I had to throw that in there now. Okay, and we did support Ossoff and Warnock. Okay, Mr. Dade is coming up. So it's so special that we're all here today speaking with one voice. And I'm speaking English, and I asked Mr. Dade to come up here so he could speak in French also, Francophone. And after he speaks, we're also going to hand it off to our Consul General of Nigeria to say a few words for us, because we are one voice. So, Your Excellency, Mr. Dede, if you want to say a few words in French about one voice, then we're going to call Your Excellency.
Bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. Ceux qui parlent français debout, mettez vos mains. Bonsoir. Comment vous allez ce soir? Okay, yeah, Charlie, I heard you. Next step. Yes, I'm Dede Tuba, the president of the Congolese community of Atlanta. And I'm so proud of this organization. These ladies, say hello and give a hand to them. Bravo. And thank you all to be here tonight. This coalition represents all of us here in Georgia, I would say. And there's no better than this. And we're going to be expanding to other counties within the Georgia area. The Congolese community is doing very well here, and I'm very pleased to my associate to say a quick word as well, in French as well. He's from Congo, very quick. Yeah, en français.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir les francophones. Alors, permettez-moi de me présenter. Je m'appelle Aimé Stéphane Mukendi et je suis le conseiller direct de la présidence de Cocomatel, donc la communauté congolaise d'Atlanta aux États-Unis. Cela dit, je veux vous dire, il faut qu'on vérifie ce qu'on fait. Si votre enfant rentre à la maison et qu'il ait échoué son interrogation, parce qu'il est confus, il ne connaît pas le courant président des États-Unis, ne soyez pas surpris. Nous devons connaître d'où nous venons, où nous allons. Cela dit, je vais vite lancer quelque chose en anglais. Allow me to say it in English. I'm not going to repeat what I just said in French. Unfortunately, nobody's translating. But the reason really why I'm holding this microphone is to tell you everything starts with the family unit. It becomes a city, it becomes a school, a country, and a continent. We are Africans from Africa, but it's true that we have African Americans with us, and we are part of the minority in the United States. So, if we are a minority, we need to figure out a way to climb the ladder and to get to the top so that we can be part of the government, part of the management system, but we cannot do that without funds. So, the Congolese community of Atlanta has access to, you want to say it? To the funds for our communities. So if you want to get access to funds, come see us. You cannot grow without just your skills. You need access to funds, and that's what we can provide. Thank you again for giving me this microphone. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I would love to introduce our Nigerian Consul General, Dr. Amina Smaila.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so humbled and delighted to be here. May I hear everyone say, Africa, my Africa. Africa, my Africa. Again? Africa, my Africa. Africa, my Africa. And I tell you, for us in the diplomatic corps, we don't just stand by Africa. We also have our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. So it's Africa and the Caribbean. I thank you so much for making this month for Africa. You know, I listened to the passionate speech by my dear sister. I mean, it was so touching, so moving, because it's not only about coming to unite with our sisters and brothers. It's also about recognizing the fact that they were taken away from us unwillingly, yet we are here together. And so shall it be forever. And I think next year will be better, because I'm already having some really good ideas about some programs Nigeria would love to bring into the preparations and also marking this landmark event. So I welcome any ideas from any of you, preparatory meetings, of course, with a combination of Africa and the Caribbean. When you say Africa, you talk about knowledge. You talk about beauty. I mean, you've heard the different languages, you've seen the different styles, and also the strength of the family. We've had wonderful, lovely couples. I mean, Africa has so much to offer. And someone pointed out the very important task we have in our hands, that is mentoring our youth, for them to know their roots and follow through. That is our future. And from the different meetings I've had in silos, they're very much interested. So we're late in starting that. So from tomorrow, let's begin the huge task of including our youth. I don't see them here. I don't see them here. So next year, God willing, I would want us to plan a program for our youth. Let them come here to say, yes, our elders taught us this. Our elders have shown us this. Let me see them tie the wrapper on their own, have a parade on their own. And thank you so much, my sister. That was so demonstrative, so inspirational. I'd love to learn from you how to do that dance. So all I can say is, let's keep the hope alive. Let's keep the unity, faith. That's one beauty about Africa. In God we put our trust. And united we stand strong. So personally, as your dear sister, and of course, as the head of the Nigerian consulate, I'm always here for you. And next year, I'll come out strong with my big girl. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Amina. It's truly an honor. I want to also use this opportunity to, I'm going to reach out to Honorary Consul of Barbados, Mr. Cardin. Do you want to say a few words to us?
Thank you very much. It's always a lot of fun when you are asked to say something without being warned. But that's okay. I didn't think that we talked about the Caribbean enough. And so we need to make sure that the Caribbean is included in this description of Africa. We were the ones that were sent away. And we survived. We survived. And some of us are here. But we survived. We did well in our individual countries. We fought as best we could for our freedom. A lot of us suffered and died, but we're here. And just last week in Barbados, there was a conference, a joint conference of Africa and the Caribbean. After all of these years, Africa and the Caribbean have decided that they need to work together and trade with each other. And I'm very proud that my Prime Minister, the Honorable Mia Amor-Motley, she has led that effort. We have opened a diplomatic presence in Kenya, and we've also opened a diplomatic presence in Ghana. So I think we're on the way to bridging that gap between Africa and the Caribbean. And I have to say that I feel very much at home because my career as an international banker, I spent 10 of those years in Africa. I lived in Nigeria for 3 years, I lived in Uganda for 3 years, and I lived in Botswana. So all of this is very familiar to me, and I'm delighted to see us all coming together. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
I mean, we have our Caribbean dignitaries here, so I want to kind of reach out to them because this is all part of it, right? So I'm going to give to the Consul General of Guyana, Ms. Marva. Your Excellency. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I would ditto what my honorary friend said. When you're put on the spot, I want to say, you guys are ready, ever ready. And I would echo what David has said, that the Caribbean need to get involved, more involved. And as my dear friend said as well, next year it should be bigger and better. I thank you for inviting me. I welcome to see each and every one of you. I was at your event last week, and that was a great event. And thanks again, and we look forward next year for a bigger and better event. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm also going to use this opportunity to say to the Consul General of Haiti.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir à tous. Bonsoir. Comment allez-vous, les francophones? It's a pleasure for me to be here as we are celebrating not only African month, but Black people. I think I'm proud of this beautiful family. You look like me. I feel you are part of my family. So I am very happy that I had this opportunity to celebrate, to enjoy this moment with you. And I am here also to support my colleagues, my sister from the Nigerian, and I want to thank personally Houston, Mr. Houston, because he reached out to the Consulate of Haiti. And representing the Haitian community, I think it's a message of unity. As you pronounced this earlier, I think it's important for all of us to be united. And I know that Haiti is facing a lot of unfortunate events those past few months, but we are very optimistic. With this optimism, we think that we can move forward. And thank you for this wonderful event that inspired me. And like you said, I have a lot of ideas from this event. And thank you for including the Haitian Consulate. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me also use this opportunity to invite the Vice Consul of Bahamas, Mr. Edward Archer.
Thank you. First of all, let me take this opportunity to apologize on behalf of our Consul General, Mr. Smith. He was unable to attend this afternoon. But on behalf of the Consul General and those of us here, my colleague, Mr. Cox, Vice Consul Cox, I just want to thank you for inviting us, having us here. Consul General from Nigeria, thank you for mentioning the Caribbean. And both of us have a lot of suggestions, recommendations to take from this evening's presentation to our Consul General and to really have the Bahamas included next year in a much more larger way. So thank you for the invite. We enjoyed the evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll also use this opportunity to welcome our Vice Consul of Bahamas, Mr. Gary Cost. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to say thank you all for inviting us out here. It's a very beautiful event, and you all look lovely. So we look forward to coming next year and have some more delicious food. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And the Vice Consul of Jamaica is en route, so he'll be here. Let me use this opportunity to also, we have so many dignitaries. I want to also use this opportunity to say our NWAC Sisters, Nigerian Women Association. Woo! Can you all stand up and say hi? It's good for, there you go, NWAC in the house. Yes, I'm calling everybody. Oh yes, and then I want to also use this opportunity to welcome the Eco Club. Eco Club, please stand in the house. You all stand up, we want to see you. Eco Club in the house. Also, we want to use this to say Mama Telema Group. Where are they? Congolese women. Woo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me also take this opportunity to give. Sir, do you want to say a word or two for us, please?
I would say it's just an honor to be here tonight. My name is State Representative William Bodie, but I'm running. Yes. And it's just an honor to be sitting next to my seatmate. Representative Donna McLeod, but I'm also running to be Georgia's next labor commissioner. And yes, thank you. So I'm on the ballot with Leader Stacey Abrams and my dear friend Nikita Hemingway, who's running for Ag Commissioner. But we just want to stress that voting is important. We got to have everyone out to vote. This is African Immigrant Heritage Month, and this is critical, y'all. Like this is our moment. And so we want to make sure that we get individuals in office that's going to help all of us. That's going to be the governor for the whole state of Georgia, and that's everybody in the state of Georgia, including all the minorities and immigrant communities. So we all here together, and I'm here to serve. And thank you all for having me. This is beautiful. And thank you to the African Women's PAC. You guys are amazing as usual. Thank you for all that you all do and advocating for what's right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And I want to use this, I want to give it all for our mayor in the house. Our mayor in the house.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say it was an honor today. I did a proclamation in the city of Clarkston, and I have representatives from Africa to come out. Because we are one. You are my brothers and sisters, and we have to recognize if we're going to achieve and be a blessing to our children and recognize the accomplishments of our ancestors, we have to be one. So I'm so grateful to be here and to support the African Women's PAC, and if you ever need me, you know I'm here. My Vice Mayor Yasu is here, and so we as the city of Clarkston, the most diverse city per square mile, 60% of African descent, okay? You are our community. So I am grateful to do whatever in terms of supporting you, and know that we are here in Clarkston. We are one. So thank you.
Thank you. Truly, she supports us. She is there no matter what, no matter. And so we're here for you no matter. So let me use this opportunity. Our new, and I mean it, she is going to be the new Commissioner of Agriculture, Ms. Nakita.
Thank you. So I'm going to try and talk really quickly because I have a lot to say in like 30 seconds. But so I am a fifth-generation farmer. And when I tell people my story, what I don't get to tell is that I know my ancestry. I know the first slave that came to this country. My family owned 360 acres off of the Savannah River for more than 100 years, and now our family owns none of it. So when I hear the beautiful stories about our origins in Africa, the first request I have for you is next year, let's include the African immigrants who are now American citizens are part of this conversation. Because we're here and we're fighting to open doors for you. The path to financial freedom and prosperity for our people roots begin in agriculture. When I win in November, I will be the first African American and second woman in this country to be elected to this position. There is a lot of power in this seat and in that seat. But we can't get to where we need to be in order to create those opportunities. I heard one of the sisters talking about including African American education in the curriculum, and my good friend Don McLeod stated that that's not something the legislators do, that's something the school board do. Well, guess what? The Constitution gave the Commissioner of Agriculture powers to create ag education throughout the state of Georgia, and agricultural history is African American history. So don't wait till Election Day to support us now. Let everyone around the world know about us, because change is coming to Georgia, and it has dark brown skin, small feet, soft voice, and it carries a big stick. And it has Representative William Bodie by her side and Donna McLeod. And we're some change to Georgia.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me use this opportunity to give the floor to, where is Mr. Shegu? Shegu, come on, sir.
Georgia, are we ready? Yes. One, Georgia? Yes. All right, I'm not going to say a lot, but I'm going to say we have to vote. Yes. We have to get out the vote. I'm running for State House District 110, which is Grayson, Loganville and Gwinnett, and a little bit of Lawrenceville. We mean business. We got to change Georgia and make Georgia blue. Too often, the law has been swayed one way. We need our women to have the choice. The choice. We need to, we're worried about our kids going to school dodging bullets. I never had to do that when I was in school. So why should they? So I'm not going to say much, but 110, let's get people out to vote. This is our year. And I'm going to be very partial. I know this is a nonpartisan African community kind of deal, but we got to vote Democrat. We got to vote Democrat. So let's get, if you don't have your citizenship today, let's get your citizenship. Because it's important. It makes a difference. So, this is beautiful tonight, celebrating our culture, being immigrants in this country. But what's really important is we have a voice and we get to vote. So once again, November 8th, vote early. Voting starts October 17th to November 4th. Get out there. Let's not wait till November 8th. All right. Thank you very much. Check my day, Shegu for Georgia. Follow me on Instagram, everywhere else. Blow up my name. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to ask Ms. Donna.
So I want to just tell you guys, I am truly overwhelmed by this. When Chinwe came to me and said she wanted to recognize African Immigrant Heritage Month, I said, okay, let's do it. And when I got it through the House of Representatives and she came down to the Capitol and then we took pictures, I didn't think that this would be this today. I am Jamaican born, but I am a descendant of Africans. And for that, I am truly grateful and I'm truly honored. Because above all else, we are the beginning and we're the end, we're the alpha and we're the omega. Thank you very much.
Finally, we want to give the floor to our Honorable, Mr. Gabe Okoye.
I know most of you haven't seen me in my African garb, but here I am. Well, this in Nigeria is called a senator. That's what it's called, frankly, But they told us not to be political tonight. Therefore, I won't tell you that I'm running for the Georgia House of Rep in District 102, and I did not say that because I said I won't tell you, right? And also, I will never tell you that it's important that you vote blue. I will not say that. Also, the last thing I will ever do in this life of mine is tell you that voting right is very important, that you must vote. I did not say that. Ladies and gentlemen, I must thank the African Women PAC. And because I must go home today, and because I love her so much, I must thank my wife, Chinwe. And there she is. You know, this has been wonderful. For a first time, if you were out there at the Gwinnett Fairground last Saturday, it was wonderful. And even our candidate, the next governor, Stacey Abrams, did that? No, our candidate. So she was there, right? And most people came there. You've heard about a guy called William Buddy and Nikita Hemingway. You've heard about them. I'm not going to tell you they're running for office too. But listen, I am having such fun. And let me tell you one thing on a serious note. You have the African Americans, you have the Caribbeans, you have the African immigrants. They are one and the same. Don't let all those divisions confuse you. If you are black, if you didn't, your great plus other greats came from Africa. And you can never leave the beginning to get to the end. There has to be a beginning. So we're all one. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, all our dignitaries. And again, please don't forget to look at the work we did out there. That is absolutely beautiful. To look at that African display that we have out there, awesome job. So please don't forget to take a look at them before you all leave when we're leaving. But now let me use this opportunity to welcome Ms. Vivian Ayefo, and she decorated this. You know, those decorations here. Our princess, honorable princess Vivian. We have been, please, let's not mistake it. It is Princess Vivian. Please, princess.
Thank you, Ma. Good evening, everyone. I want to take a very short time to introduce somebody very important, right? We have Ntumfoin. Ntumfoin means somebody who's sent by the phone to give you a message, okay? He's Ntumfoin, Dr. Matthias Fobi. Please give a hand to him. While he comes up to say a word, you see he's being accompanied by his Nchinda. Nchinda means somebody who accompanies the fun's messenger. So while he gives us a message, we are going to be preparing to bring the house down. Thank you all.
Thank you, my princess. Go ahead. I'll be brief, and I'll ask us to give thanks to God. Praise be to God. Amen. I want to take this opportunity to thank the women who brought us here together today. I'm very proud of what you've done. And I hope we'll all learn from what the women do. They are great leaders. And I hope the rest of Africa can make more women leaders. I just heard my colleague from Barbados say, the woman president of Barbados brought the Africans together. I'll tell you that the women of Atlanta, Public Action Committee, you're going to bring the African community here in Georgia together.
And I'm going to say, some of you know me, I'm Tung Fo, but I'm a world-renowned bariatric surgeon. I'm the one that invented the surgery for weight loss surgery. You hear about it now, the phobia pouch. I'm now retired. I'm now in Georgia. And I'm asking all of you men in this room to stand behind these women. Next year, this is going to be in a big ballroom. Because as the various councils said, and I want you all men to come in and let's put them where they belong, on a pedestal. And they will bring us together. God bless you all. And I will say, I'm from Cameroon. What is unique about Cameroon is that is miniature Africa. It's right there at that angle. Most people don't know whether to put us in West Africa, East Africa, North Africa, or South Africa. We are a miniature Africa. That's why we have all these colors. So my country people are going to bring the house down. But Mr. Okoye, my greetings to you. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Ntugufoyin. And again, just to reiterate what Dr. Malfobi said, maybe just to make it a little bit straight. If you remember the judge on American Idol, Randy Jackson, when he was a little bit, exactly, when he went through that particular procedure, this is the doctor that did that. And that's the doctor that invented that particular procedure. He's retired here in Atlanta. He was in Los Angeles. So this is something that we should be proud of. As somebody within our midst who has done something so great like that. Because this is something that has to be patented because it's from Africa. And it was never done. But again, we give God the glory because we did it and people do acknowledge that. And again, thank you so much. This is Ngemba. Socrates said culture creates character. And this is somebody who never wrote any book, but from his speeches from Aristotle, from Pluto and Seraphine, these are the people who've brought light to the world today. And our culture is what defines us. Ngemba is, we are people from the former British Southern Cameroons, or the former West Cameroons. This is a system of, colonialism, neo-colonialism, and something called, democracy incorporated by Sheldon Wellen. And this is what we've faced here, back home, and it has brought us here to the diaspora. But for the TAWPAC women and for Mr. Okoye and Mrs. Okoye, we want to thank you so much for creating this particular platform for us. It's a real big honor for us in Ngemba to be here tonight because vote matters. Like the other speaker, the esteemed doctor who spoke, she spoke so eloquently. I think I might not take the spot because we have very limited time to talk tonight. So she spoke so eloquently exactly where we are from Africa. Our civilization was the first. It was never the last. If you listen to Chancellor Williams, he tells you that the destruction of black civilization is not something that was an accident. It was pre-programmed. Because in the early 7th century AD, the Muslims came from North Africa. In the early 17th century and the mid-17th centuries, you had the Europeans and the Southeast Asians. The Southeast Asians, they went to Tanzania, Kenya, and the other parts of Uganda, and they infiltrated that particular part. But again, they diluted our culture, and that's where we find ourselves. So again, our civilization is great, Africa is great. It is not something that you should not underlook. And I want to thank the Caribbean brothers and sisters that are here. I am an immigration attorney, and I have a lot of Caribbeans, and they respect us so much from Africa for what we do. When they see your African brothers doing something, they love you so much. So thank you, my Caribbean brothers and sisters, for what you do. We are with you. And I wasn't trying to sell myself, but I'm just letting you know that the Caribbeans, there's some people that, they're people that absolutely respect Africans, because I am from the former British Southern Cameroons, and the first school that was built was by Alfred Secker. Alfred Secker was a Jamaican.
That's right.
And we thank you so much for all that. So, on behalf of Ngemba and the opportunity you've given us, we want the DJ to introduce the music so that our group should come down and dance. Thank you so much.
When they see me coming, I walk on the boys, run for me. If you know say you be proud of your beginning, make it the shine your light. Just follow me, oh, follow me, shine your light. The bamboo le wa, we will know them your identity, we will know them your identity. Come any pan this one again, I be proud of me little girl, yeah. I'm proud of who I am, yeah. Say papa one two, yeah. Bafu samo, yeah. Bangane bangjung, yeah. Hey, that's yeah. Can't give it, man, for me, love me like one. There's the one goes away. We proud of who we are. There's the two tonight. There's the top tonight. There's the one goes away. We proud of who we are. There's the guns that jangle and noise. For we make us sound. Then one we are watching go. For we make us sound. There's the guns that jangle and noise. For we make us sound. Then one we are watching go. For we make us sound. Come see the special place where I come from. Come with me, my way telling stories round the bonfire. We get the fire and we get the power. We get the sauce, yes we are proud of who we are. Now not to say all man, not to yeah, boy, how I come out of my one so I like a singer. What's the matter from the air? Now you're a daddy. Are you a daddy? Yeah, can't get it. Man, for me, love me like one. There's the one goes away. We proud of who we are. There's the two tonight. There's the top tonight. There's the one goes away. We proud of who we are. Yeah, can't get it. Back for me, love me like one. There's the one goes away. We proud of who we are. There's the two tonight. There's the top tonight. There's the one goes away. We proud of who we are. There's the answer to the noise. We proud of who we are. When we are watching, we proud of who we are. There's the answer to the noise. We proud of who we are. When we are watching, we proud of who we are.
We'll take another shot.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lois Harris. I am the chair for this event.
Hello, everybody, please. We need everybody seated just for a few minutes. We're about to close. We're about to close. Can you just give us a few more minutes? Please take a few minutes to sit down. Thank you to the Ngembe dancers that got everybody up. Please, can we just sit for a few minutes? For a few minutes, please sit. Just few minutes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Just a few minutes, please. We are done. We are almost done. We just need about 2 more minutes, please. 2 more minutes, please. 2 more minutes, please. Everybody get seated. 2 more minutes, please.
May I have your ticket for a few minutes, please? Just a few minutes, I promise. 2 minutes and I'll be done. I just want to tell you all thank you for coming out this evening and spending the evening with us. A lot of hard work was put into this event tonight, and I'd like to recognize certain individuals that made it possible. My name is Lois Harris. I'm the chair for this event tonight, and I'd like to bring on my co-chair, Sis Diana. I would also like to bring us Sis Vivian, please. Dr. Kema Dix. Come on, please. Come on, listen. Come on, listen. Sis Yvonne Ackman. Vivian Elaine Netman, please come up. Sis Uma, please come up. Sis Elaine, Sis Uma, please come up.
I'm coming.
Sis Vivian. Okay, what's it? Ladies and gentlemen, please give a hand of applause to these women up here, please. They made this possible. They were in here for almost a week, making sure that this place was put up, making sure the place was nice and prepared for you guys. So please tell them thank you for the hard work. Next year, it's going to be bigger and better. And everyone that's in here tonight, I hope to see you guys next year. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll look forward to another great event next year. Good night.
Okay, please, before you turn that music on, wait, where's Adafe? Adafe! Oh my God, this is a brother. This is truly a brother. Hey! He is truly a brother. And then we have Bishop. We have Charles, Mr. Charles. Thank you. But we cannot cannot close this without thanking Miss Shanika. Miss Shanika, oh my God, please let's thank Miss Shanika. Oh my God, she now knows what Africans are all about. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. We have something for you, but it's in my car. We'll bring it, and I'll bring it and make sure that we'll give it to you. Okay, thank you, everybody. Take a few minutes and look at what we have, and good night.
One more last thing, please, guys. There are a couple of events going on this month that we'd like to invite you to. Beginning tomorrow at the King Center, it's going to be an international event with all the countries represented. So if you're free, it's going to be 11 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Please stop by. And at the end of this month, September 30th, there's a Liberian event going on at the Mayor City Hall in Atlanta. It is called